Welcome back to DNA Reviews. I'm Alea Woodley, and
This is Dwayne Woodley, the dad in the DNA.
yes, we're so excited to be back for DNA. This week, we're talking about The Gray Man. We're talking about Miss Marvel finale. And actually, we're talking about the Patterson cut. This has been a big thing that's blown up the last week, where a TikToker recut the Obi-Wan show into a movie. And people have been it's been buzz. So we watched it.
We're going to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so first we're going to start off with a review of The Gray Man.
All right. What was your thoughts?
So this movie was directed by Joe and Anthony Russo.
Yeah, the Russo brothers.
And let's give a quick description, just in case you don't know about the movie. When the CIA's top asset, his identity known to no one, uncovers agency secrets, he triggers a global hunt by assassins set loose by his ex-colleague. So this movie, yes, is directed by Joe and Anthony Russo. So my expectations were high because I didn't even think of Endgame and Infinity War. Yeah. I thought of Winter Soldier because everybody was like, this is like the hand-to-hand combat movie.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a pretty good movie. I would say that it was okay. With the storyline of being like the John Wick storyline, you compare it to John Wick, you compare it to Terminal List, right? You see those movies and how they execute that storyline.
Yeah.
And then you compare it to The Gray Man, it's like, it was pretty generic.
It was. It was a movie we've seen a million times before. You have an operative who's an assassin, and then the CIA betrays him, and now he has to go to ground, and he has something they want. This is not a new trope, So the fact that it wasn't a new trope means that you got to do something else, right? Because the story's been done a million times. We've seen it, Mission Impossible, all the time. So you expect different types of level of action or car chases or just a better whole. I don't know. It felt choppy.
It felt choppy. It was choppy for sure.
Yeah.
I loved Chris Evans, not just because it's Chris Evans.
He was great in it, though.
He was a good villain. You just can tell, like
Chris Evans. Chris Evans is such a good actor that even though this movie was not great, I like Chris Evans in it because Chris Evans, doesn't matter what he's doing, I believe him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I believe either he's a good guy or a bad guy, and he can play extremely bad guy, which he was in this. He can play extremely good guy, Captain America. And he can play very complex characters where you don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy. So, he was good in it, for sure. Everybody else,
Everyone else was okay.
Yeah.
And talking about the editing and cinematography, it was weird choices. I'm not even gonna lie.
The drones.
I love Joe and Anthony Russo, but then they were doing these crane shots. And the thing is, I really loved the crane shots, but the way that they were doing it, they would use the crane shot to introduce a scene. And so the crane shot would come in, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. They're using it as a one shot. But then once they get to the subject, they cut.
Yeah, they cut.
And I'm like, why didn't you just use it and then stop the camera and just have it all one shot? That would have been really cool.
That would have been clean. But they cut. Every time they came to the point of the scene, they cut it to the next side of it.
Yeah. It felt like a jump cut. It was jarring.
Yeah, it was jarring.
And I was like, okay, the editing was weird choices and the cinematography was weird.
Yeah.
And then the action was fine.
It was mediocre action, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like I said, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, this would have been a great movie.
Yeah.
But 2022, this movie was just okay.
Right.
I had a good time watching it.
Me too, yeah.
Yeah, I it's coming on Netflix next week, guys. So by all means, hit the play button, right? Because it's free. So it's a good thing to have. But other than that, yeah.
Also, just the storyline itself. We already talked about it. It's a great storyline. We have a super chat. No, not a super chat. We have a comment here. Guns, knives, and fast cars get me all the time. So hey, good movie if it's that. Okay, so let's see if the audience agrees with us at all.
Yeah.
So we have an audience review so far of a 90% and a critics at 51, which seems about right.
It's about right for critic wise. Audience wise, because this was just dumb fun, right?
Yeah.
So most people, when they see a movie like this, they shoot them up, the fun. They're not really looking for a story because, again, the story's generic.
Right.
I mean, So they just came in, explosions happen, boom, 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 shoot them up, cars.
And then done.
And then, yeah, so it was for that. If I turned off my brain as far as that, yeah, it was good. But if I had to think about this movie, even in the movie though, the music wasn't right.
Yeah.
The slow motions, which there was none, and there was opportunities to have some good ones with some good old moments. The car chases were just
mediocre.
The
car scene, the car chase. That was the most disappointing. Was the car chase.
The car chases in Prague, of all places, where car chases were born to happen. Right? You know, these little European cities. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we have any critic reviews here. So we have some rotten reviews. A picture that tries desperately to be an over-the-top Mission Impossible adventure, only to end up in a no man's land of inconsequence.
Yeah.
So that was Stephanie Zacharek. Like you were saying, it's trying to be an Mission Impossible when you're not.
Yeah.
I wish. Yeah, you know what? There was that was so horrible. The CGI scene where he came out of the plane. I literally thought, you're not Tom Cruise. You really thought you were Ryan, but you're not.
Yeah.
Because
even the airplane.
Oh, no.
Even the airplane. I got a little technical difficulty here. Even the airplane scene, where not to give it away, but where it could have been a great airplane scene. It wasn't good.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. So I mean, let's see what the fresh reviews. Maybe people really liked it.
Yeah.
A nonstop thrill ride full of jaw-dropping action, intense fight sequences, quippy dialogue, and a dream cast highlighted by a delicacy. That's not how you say that. Deliciously evil Chris Evans as your new favorite villain. I mean, of course. Yeah.
Chris Evans, like I said, he made the show.
But he was underused. The thing is, he did not fight enough. Because the thing is, like I was saying, I'm thinking of Winter Soldier, so I wanted more of Chris Evans fighting.
No, I liked him as the mastermind. I liked it. No. The time he fought was good. And I liked him as the mastermind. I didn't need him in every scene fighting. He was just a psychopath, and I loved it.
I think I just want him to be in the whole movie.
You just want him to be in the whole movie. Yeah.
No, good guy, bad guy.
You just like him.
Love interest, everything. It's a one-man show.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So what are your ratings for this movie?
I get a 6.
Sure. I don't know. I was thinking about it because I really like this. I really like Chris Evans. I was like, before I watched it, I was like, ooh, I can't wait to rewatch it already on Netflix. But will I put it on again?
Nah. I'll probably watch this. I'll probably watch this again in a year or something. I'll be scrolling through Netflix. Oh, great man. Put it on.
I'm going to give it a 5.5. 5.5 around there.
Yep.
Okay. What? I don't. Okay. All right. Here we go. Next thing is the Miss Marvel finale.
Oh my God.
No, Dad.
It's us, Lay. Something's wrong with us. Anyway, go ahead.
Something's wrong with us for real, because apparently this is the highest rated Marvel project. I'm not saying MCU. I'm not saying Marvel project. The Logan. Better than Logan. Better than Infinity War Endgame. Better than ding.
It's the highest one was Black Panther, and this overtook it. Black Panther was 96. This is 98.
It can't be 98. No, it can't be 98.
It's 98.
It can't be 98.
It's 98, Lay. I'm telling you, it's 98.
So my question is, let's talk about the finale. Is there highlights for this?
Yeah. Did I throw highlights in for this one?
Is there highlights, producer? Producer, is there a highlights page?
Yes. There is a highlights page. There's a highlights page. There's a highlights page. There's the route review.
Here is the critics review.
Yeah.
It's a 98 and the audience is a 78.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna go straight to the.
Let's go straight to the highlights.
Do you want to do the critics reviews, the rotten reviews?
Yes,
let's do some
reviews,
rotten reviews because we're talking about Miss Marvel, of course.
Yeah, let's do the reviews. Let's do the reviews.
So was this supposed to be a Marvel series? But what rubbish did they do here? The sad CGI, plot full of holes and scenes that only confirm that after Phase 3, Marvel is without direction or command, even worse than Hawkeye. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to say it's worse than Hawkeye. That's a little extreme. Hawkeye was worse.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I think I would rewatch Hawkeye.
I don't know, man. To be honest, I don't know, man. This may be, for me, equal. No, it's worse than Hawkeye because the Beast story was good.
The Beast story was good.
The Beast story was good.
But I'm saying that the MCU story is not good.
The MCU story is trash.
How are you going to introduce the villain at episode 3 out of 6, and then the villain's not even the villain? That's not even the villain. The villain then is introduced in the last 20 minutes of the show. So let's talk about what happened in this.
I don't know what this show wanted to be.
I don't know what this show wanted to be. And I just think that it wanted us to get ready for the Marvels, but it just can't be a 98% good. I don't see the 98%.
I think people came into it and they got a Disney story, right? Like a John Hughes Disney story. And they fell in love with that part of it. You know, the part where it's like a coming of age, you know, she likes this one boy and the other boy likes her, who's her best friend, and he's a computer nerd. And people fell in love with that story. But to me, that's not the story.
Yeah.
That's just the side stuff that's happening in my mind, which is great. I love all of that. But the actual story of a Marvel comic book story should be the comic book stuff.
You know what? I'm about to Patterson cut this. And I'm just gonna give y'all the A story, and then I want you to watch it. And then tell me if it's 98%.
It's trash.
I'm gonna put together all the Marvel parts of it.
The villains got introduced in 3.
Mm-hmm.
They were gone by 5.
Yeah.
They barely had anything to do. Mm-hmm. Their turn was trash.
Yeah.
It was, Kamala, help us. Like I said before, Kamala, help us, be our friend. We love you. And not even 24 hours after that, she's not going to help us, so we got to make her do it. Damn. Can you give me a minute to think about it?
Let me think. Let me process.
I digress.
Okay, so let's think.
But it was trash.
Let's think of let's see what the fresh reviews are. So maybe it will change our mind, Dad. Maybe it'll change our mind. Audience fresh reviews. Outside of the villains being kind of weak. Nah, you can't do that.
Kind of.
Nah.
Now, that's like
that's the show.
He premised is it Gabriel? Gabriel premised his reviews by, listen, I know the bad guys were weak, but
that's literally the show. That's supposed to be what it's about.
It's a comic book show. It's about the good guys with powers and the bad guy with powers.
That's half the show, so that's 50% off.
50%
but
off.
Okay, let's
get my money back.
Outside the villains being kind of weak, but not bad, and it being a bit rushed, dude, is it a fresh review or not? Okay. And it being a bit rushed, I loved everything about this show. Great performances, great characters, pretty good effects, good representation.
Pretty good.
Good connections to the outer MCU without needing to have seen prior movies. I have personally found the negative reviews for this ridiculous. Marvel is on a roll. I don't know about Marvel being on a roll.
Yo, listen, man. Gabriel, sir, respect the way it hit you, but it hit me in a different way. This thing started out weird, picked up where it could have been good by episode 3. I was like, okay, maybe I'm in. Maybe 4 I'm in. And then when the villains went out, I was like, were they even the villains or were they just misunderstood? It was bad.
Let's get to the highlights because there's things that I want to talk about in the show.
There's only one thing I want to talk about, but we'll talk about the highlights.
So the Department of Damage Control is after Kamran. So that's the guy, that's the son that gets the powers.
Yeah.
And the lady is like, oh, I want to go after him. But the other guy, sorry, I don't know the names, guys.
Yeah. The head guy.
Why lie to you?
The director.
The director is like, do not go in there. But the lady's like, yeah, too bad. I'm going to not listen. And then
it's just comic.
Don't go after kids.
Yeah. So the director's like, don't do it because, it's a public relations nightmare. Okay, makes sense. She just unilaterally just says, nah, send everyone in. For what reason?
To get him.
What happened prior to episode 6 that warranted to disregard direct orders?
Oh.
And to try to not only get them to shoot with bullets. They weren't even trying to use the little circle stun thing.
Yeah.
They were like, nah. We ain't even using stuns anymore. We're killing these fools What happened in episode 1 through 5 that warranted lethal force?
Yeah.
What was happening? It was just comical, man. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't know. The thing is, sometimes I can't keep doing the whole because plot.
Nope.
Know?
I'm not filling in the
I can't
plots.
do it anymore.
I'm not filling in the plots in my head.
Next thing is Kamran can't control his new powers. I
barely saw that. I mean, it was so I guess he was angry and stuff was happening, and then Kamala was trying to stop him. She was trying to stop him one time. They were fighting back and forth. It was just stupid. And like, just next point.
The one thing that was funny was when Kamran and Kamala were holding hands and the guy and Bruno.
Yeah.
So
whatever.
That never even panned out either.
Why would it?
Because that was in the comics. No, Bruno and Kamala was supposed to have something supposed to happen.
Oh, in the comics?
In the comics, yes. But they trying to say that there's going to be a season 2. Wrap up her story now. But the thing is, there might be because it's 98%.
Please don't. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. Kamala gets a new outfit from mom and learns her name means Marvel from dad. Yeah, I love that.
That was cool. Okay, that was a good.
Simply, yeah.
That was good. I mean, it didn't feel forced. Because, sometimes that could have been cheesy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That could have been done in a way where you'd have been like, oh, come on.
Yeah, right.
Right?
It's done right.
That could have been but since Kamala is a real name.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's a real name.
Yeah.
So the fact that it meant that, maybe it doesn't mean that in real life. I don't know. It probably does. Yeah. That felt good.
Because the thing is, the mom, and the thing is, it did match up. They did pay attention to the story. There was no plot holes there. The mom, at the beginning of the season, she made an outfit for her. She made the Hulk outfit for her.
Yeah.
And it was like culturally,
Yeah.
And then she made the Marvel's outfit, and it matched her culture. And then the dad giving her that name, the Marvel.
Right.
And so it reminds me of this TikTok where this person was saying like, some people are mad about the show because we've seen recently that people of color get their power from family or past something representation. But then you see people of not color, like, white people, they get their powers from like science experiments or something like random.
Yeah,
and
whatever.
so people sometimes are mad about the show with that.
That's too deep, guys.
But
Too deep, guys. It's a show.
But I love that, again, she got her stuff. It was all family.
Yeah. I like the name. I like the outfit. That was good. Again, though, B story.
No, it was not B story. That might be a little bit of an A story thing.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, go ahead.
Kamala tries to stop Kamran from hearing others.
Hurting
others.
I think I wrote that wrong.
Yes.
I did write that wrong.
Like, hearing?
Fire the producer. Okay.
From hurting others.
Yeah.
So that was really funny.
Yeah.
So I did like his powers though, like how it was like doing this whole like expanding thing.
like crystals or something.
Yeah, and she had to like put a dome around him.
Yeah.
That was fine. And
that was good. That was a little something,
Okay. Everyone comes out to fight the DODC.
Okay, this right here is BS.
Oh, in the building, how they were like fighting them with tennis balls.
Yeah, come on, man. It was Saturday morning, man. Yeah, listen, they out there with we need cereal and listen. If I had a big old bowl of Crunch Berry, I'd have ate it all up because this was Saturday morning. I mean, the whole thing with the tennis balls, these guys got guns. They were tennis ball shooters and they got knocked down. I'm like,
that messed me up. How they got knocked down by, I would have been like, oh, ow, ow, ow. But
I'd be like, pop, 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 pop.
Knocked. But
the
knocked
three of them
down.
Those three fools would have been on the ground. Pop, 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 pop. I felt my life was threatened.
That's not right.
I'm just saying, though. Come on, man.
That messed me up.
And then, from the message from whatever social media source they were using, here comes the whole neighborhood coming out. These are tactically trained military officers with machine guns, and y'all just coming out there to stop them,
surround them, and everything.
Come on,
stop them. Something bad. Sometimes I can, usually, how I am. Sometimes I'm like, no. This time I can't be no.
There's nothing to no. It's nonsense.
There's nothing, because at this point I'm like, this is nonsense. This is like way left field.
And here's the thing. what set up the people to mob?
The girl.
All you saw, exactly, you saw her put out a post. But a post alone drove that?
Yeah.
Now, if there was stuff in happening,
Like, going up the camera.
if there was stuff happening for weeks where there was this consistent military intrusion into our neighborhood.
No, there was though. You know what? Now that I think about it, no. With the temple, they kept coming to the temple.
Okay, that's a small group.
Yeah, sure.
The entire neighborhood came out.
Yeah,
They came to the temple once with the lady and a couple of guys. There was no consistent intrusion from the military or the DODC to say, you know what? I'm fed up. I'm sick of it. Everybody grab their torches. Let's go. There's none of that. It's just like, hey, these guys are bothering Light Girl. Help us.
Yeah. Yeah. Kamala finally learns to control her powers. let me show that to y'all. I really loved her powers, her suit, everything about it was perfect.
Yeah, her suit was good. The powers matched the comic book because, she's supposed to be elongated in the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
So she looked like that, right? They gave that to her where she had the big hands, the big feet, she could walk. So they did as much as they could to get close to that. And then, she could control him now to a point. I'm sure she doesn't know everything about him yet, but she
was doing the long arm thing. She looked cool. I think the CGI was really good with her powers and her suit.
I'll give him that.
When I saw, I was like, she looks cool. And I know every little girl that looks like her is probably shook right now because I would be shook too.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, she looked good. That was good.
The next thing is she learned she's a mutant. So this was the
End
two.
credit.
Okay, here are the two big things from the show now. The stuff that was important, which you really could just skip.
Yeah, you could have took me straight to this.
She learns that she's a mutant, and they played the song.
Yeah.
And he was like, Bruno was like, it's not just something from your bangle. It seems like you have a mutation.
Yeah. But hey, they got to introduce, the mutant somehow. And here, check this out. They was doing an interview with the showrunner. Kevin Feige specifically asked her to put that in. That came from Kevin Feige. To put in the part where she's a mutant. Yeah.
So that's gonna be really interesting. It's gonna be really interesting to unpack it because we know that Monica Rambeau, is she also gonna be a mutant because of Wanda? Because if she went through those powers, it's gonna be really interesting how they're going to unpack that. Like mutants, is it like they're just born that way? Do you get it from some radiant thing? Is it because of the internals? You need to come back.
It's gonna be tough to bring the mutants in because it's like the toughest question you had. And they had an opportunity to do this in WandaVision, but they didn't do it. So I'm still to the point where it's like, well, where were they all this time?
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it's gonna be with
Thanos
the 5
came,
years.
where were they?
No, I think it's gonna be with the 5 years, where like if you got blipped, you're a mutant now.
Nah,
half
that
the
wouldn't make any
world.
sense because that doesn't tie into. I guess it would have to be all new stuff because how does that tie into Professor Xavier, who's had his mutants since he was a kid? He's grown now. 5 years.
Yeah, I know, but that's a different universe. They might be like, oh, different. That was
Maybe
'cause we're
different type of mutants
616.
don't bring in the original stuff.
Yeah, they might just restart it, like give us a new story or something. New mutants. Ugh,
Oh
new
God.
mutants.
I couldn't even finish that movie. Like, it was so bad. That movie was so bad. I couldn't even finish that movie. Did you finish it?
No.
I had to turn it off. I was like, this is
bad.
trash.
But no, like new mutants.
Oh God, don't curse.
It's gonna be really interesting what they do with that. So I'm interested in that. That piqued my interest.
Yeah, of course, because that starts the whole mutant conversation, right?
Yes. So now
The last thing is what?
Yeah, the next big thing that was in the show was Captain Marvel switches places with Kamala. So I'm like, was it switching places?
It was, yeah. They confirmed that as well.
So that's gonna be really interesting. Like, she switches places. Where was Captain Marvel?
Yeah. So we'll see
explain
because
that.
the last credit said Miss Marvel will return in the Marvels.
Yeah.
So wherever Captain Marvel was, she went there, right? So
Yeah. So
she might have been in a bit of a battle because Captain Marvel was like, oh shit, and she started running away. So
yeah. So is the bangle like a teleporter now? Like, I wonder how that works. Are they all connected? Maybe it's that. That's what it is. Like all the Marvels are connected.
I don't know.
Because the thing is, is she from a different universe too? Because Captain Marvel was wearing Kamala's outfit. That's what it looked like, right? Like it looked a little.
she had her own
What was
clothes
the
on. I
picture?
think it was just the same red and blue stuff. So yeah, she had her own clothes on. That's her
Okay,
stuff.
but it just looks different.
Yeah.
She looked different. But yeah, okay.
So anyway,
Those are the big highlights
Those are
from
the
Miss
big highlights.
Marvel. I hope it doesn't get a season 2. I am not interested in any way. I don't know. People on TikTok are mad at people that were saying, I'm just watching it so that I know what's going on in the MCU.
Yeah.
And people are like, you don't have to watch it. You don't have to watch it. I'm like, I don't care. I don't like the show, but I'm going to watch it because it's Marvel.
Right.
Like, and my opinion is valid.
Right. Yeah. Calm down.
I'm mad.
Take a breath. Down.
I'm mad because people are mean. People are mean. Dad, you have to fight their dad. You know, my dad's gonna fight your dad. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so what's your rating for this show?
Let's do one for the episode, which is 2 out of 10. Trash. Wow. For the entire series, I give it a 4.
I also give this show a 4.
Yep.
I give this episode a 6 because there was things that it was at a 4, but you know the 2 highlights gave
That's
it.
That's it. The only thing I gained out of this was she's a mutant.
I was really lucky.
They played the X-Men theme song.
Yeah.
And switched places with Marvel. Captain Marvel.
I give this show a 4. Yeah, I would not
4
watch
out
this
of 10.
again.
I can't watch this again. In fact, I'm thinking about writing a letter to Disney to get my money back for the month.
Give my money back.
I think I need my $3 back.
Yeah.
Half the money.
All right.
Garbage.
We're done with Marvel now, Miss Marvel, and we're moving on to Obi-Wan, the Patterson cut. This has been the hot topic of
Social media.
So what did you think of it?
So I didn't watch the first half. I didn't get to finish the entire thing, but I can tell you right from the first half, it's already better. The music he changed out in the background is better. He's using original music. Some things he moved around made more sense. There was one scene he had where you remember in the first episode where what's her name? What's the girl?
Princess Leia.
No, the bad guy, third sister. And there was a scene where third sister. Well, I'll just tell you what happened in the whole thing.
Yeah.
So so in the original first episode, there's a scene where they come, the Inquisitors show up, and the Jedi dude runs out of the place, and they try to chase him, and the third sister tries to cut him down. He stops from killing the guy.
Yeah.
So, and then later on, we see him talking to Obi-Wan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your thought process is, well, Obi-Wan didn't help this guy, or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, Obi-Wan, help me. And Obi-Wan's like, look, your best bet is to go bury your lightsaber in the desert and hide.
Right.
He took that scene and swapped it. He made that first.
Oh.
The guy meets Obi-Wan in the desert, and it made so much more sense.
Yeah.
To say, hey, Obi-Wan, there are people here looking for us. You have to help me hide. Please help me hide. We got to do something. And he's like, I can't help you, right?
Oh,
so
that's better.
Then it goes to the scene where he's in the place, and then it goes to the scene where he's now hanging. So it makes sense.
That's so
he
much
asks
better.
Obi-Wan for help.
Yeah.
I can't help you, partner. They find him, and then Obi-Wan sees Obi-Wan sees the consequence of him not helping him now.
Yeah.
He's dead. Boom.
That's
so much more
better.
common sense.
Yeah.
It flowed better. So I'm dying to see the rest of this because
Yeah.
the fact that he just switched 2 scenes around, I was like, okay, this makes sense. This makes a whole lot more sense than, you after Obi-Wan sees you in the desert, then you're dead. No, there's a consequence to what Obi-Wan did. So anyway, there's music changes, all kind of crazy stuff.
I heard that this flows just so much better.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I'm excited to watch it, and I just want to let y'all know about it. You have to nowadays, now it's off the internet, and you have to contact them directly.
If you didn't get it last week, the only way for you to get it is to directly contact the Patterson guy because I guess you know what happened.
Oh yeah, Lucasfilms got you.
Disney rolled up with shades on, like, yo, you need to take this down. Yes, Disney hit him with cease and desist.
Yeah,
because it was out there to download. I got it. I just happened to get it. One of the few that got it downloaded, but that's it. You can't stream it.
They might hire him and try to sell it or something.
Nah. Listen, there's people out there who do so much better things than Disney, and it's very rare that they get pulled in. The only person I ever heard of was that one guy with the special effects.
Yeah.
Who did
no,
the
I'm saying
fake.
they might take his cut. They might buy it off of him to sell it. No.
For what? There's no money to be made on it. Aren't you paying your Disney Plus?
Hey. But you know how Disney is, always wanting to take money. But let's see what information we have on this. So yes, if you haven't already seen it, so the Obi-Wan show, in my opinion, suffered from things that are easily fixable in the script and in the edit. Awkward pacing, whole scenes that are ultimately amounted to nothing. So I know that they took out a lot of like pacing issues because it would be like just long scenes.
That one scene, I'm so glad he did this. Remember when they showed up to kidnap Princess Leia?
Yeah.
And it turned into this goofy chase scene where these 3 big-ass men couldn't catch a damn 10-year-old child
yes.
who was about 4 feet tall.
Come on, man.
I mean, they were tripping on trees. Yeah. They were hitting their head. The only thing was missing was
the little like running music.
That's the only thing that was missing from that scene, right? Well, no. They cut that crap out. What happened straight was the guy shows up. She's like, "What? Who are you?" And he's like, I'm here to get you. And boom, it throws the bag over her head. She's gone.
Hey, done.
No chase, no stupid chase for filler, because the point is they needed to pump out 6 episodes. What do? We really only got a 2-hour movie here, but we have to make 6 episodes. And you can see, obviously, they were doing a bunch of fillers, and this was one of them. He just cut it out.
Yeah.
Unnecessary chase scene.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. And so this last thing is the update where we just said, thank you all for interest in my cut of Obi-Wan Kenobi. For now, the movie is no longer available online and instead will be shared to VIP guests upon a court request. So we have it.
We got it, though. We got it.
It's $100. Yeah. Yeah, it's $100. Okay, so now let's see what the next thing is saying here. We actually have reviews on Reddit.
Yeah.
We have some reviews here. This wouldn't make sense with the original trilogy. In the OT, Obi-Wan sees Vader as a lost cause. He doesn't see a possibility where he brings balance to the Force. His perspective doesn't match that perspective. I'm confused. I'm confused by that.
Yeah.
Let's read the next one. Can't we just accept that Obi-Wan and Vader are just 2 men unable to let go of the past despite how they may say otherwise? Oh, so this is just reviews of the show itself.
Yeah.
Which, we have had our opinions.
Yeah, there's a scene in that doesn't make a lot of sense, but he made it make sense. There's a scene where Obi-Wan, when Obi-Wan fought Vader.
Yeah.
And
the fire scene. Everyone hates that scene.
Yeah. Well, no, in this show, Obi-Wan is fighting Vader and Obi-Wan are fighting together. Of course, Obi-Wan gets his power back, and he's like beating Vader, right? He rips Vader's mask off, and you can see Anakin's face in there.
Yeah.
And he says, my friend is dead. So the big thing about it was, well, why didn't you just kill him, right? Because the last time you let, Anakin live, look who he became. And the second time, now again, you just walked away. You just let him be a threat twice. In this cut, all he did was add in a background from Qui-Gon saying, he is the chosen one.
Oh.
He will bring balance to the Force, which would then make Obi-Wan say, okay, I'm not going to kill you.
That's good.
Makes
That's
more
good.
sense than
That's
just,
good.
well, my friend is just truly lost. Okay, we'll kill this fool then, right?
Oh, wow.
So
yeah.
just little
moments.
things like that this guy did that just made this movie better.
Wow. Okay, now, we will hopefully give you a review. So what's your review so far for this show?
From the first half that I watched, it's good. It's much better than the 6 episodes. I love the 6 episodes. I did.
I did too.
But the first half I watched, he's obviously, it just shows you how powerful editing is. How powerful it is to edit something. Just someone changing things around can affect the entire movie.
Yep.
So, pretty cool.
Okay, now going on to this really great show. We haven't even talked about this show yet. This is our first time talking about it, but this show has been out for 2 years. It is on season 2, Only Murders in the Building, with my girl, Selena Gomez. Yeah. Bring out Selena Gomez. No, I'm kidding. No, I love Selena Gomez. This is my time. This is my time to tell y'all about Selena, if you didn't know.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
Wizards of Waverly Place, okay? She was on Wizards of Waverly Place. And that show right there on Disney is still good to this day. It's not like, kid good, kid brain. It's still funny because she is so good as Alex. So when I heard that she was coming back, I was so excited. Everybody, Gen Z, millennial, was so excited for her to come back. And this show is great. Yeah. Season 1 was not a 10 out of 10. Hold on, guys. It was like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
but
you throw these 10s out
no,
like
it was
candy.
an 8 out of 10. Okay. 8 out of 10.
You throw like candy.
But I love Steve Martin. I love Selena Gomez. Martin Short is really great too.
Martin Short, to me, is this show.
It's goofy.
He's just, his whole thing here is just trying to be famous. That's it.
Yeah, he
That's
does not even care about this. So let me read this here for people that don't know about the show, and if you're interested. 3 strangers share an obsession with true crime and suddenly find themselves wrapped up in one when a grisly death occurs inside their exclusive Upper West Side apartment building. The trio suspects murder and employs their precious knowledge of true crime to investigate the truth. Perhaps even more explosive are the lies they tell one another. Soon, the endangered trio comes to realize a killer might be living among them as they race to decipher the mounting clues before it's too late.
Yeah, so that describes season 1 and season 2.
Yes. So let's see what the reviews
Time to move
are.
out of this building. Anyway, go ahead.
I would have been. Yeah, let's talk about that.
There's a murder.
How did y'all not? The
Two
thing is,
murders.
and the thing is too, you can't be like, lease this, lease that. It was last year.
Yeah, I know.
You could have been left.
I'm
Why don't
out.
you lease? Nah,
It's
it's
the
you
second
now.
murder in the building. If there's a season 3, hell no.
Y'all deserve it. It's your fault. It's your fault now. It's your fault.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, let's look at what the critics are saying. The critics give it 100%, and the audience gave it a 90. So my 10 out of 10 wasn't wrong.
Apparently not.
It's not 10 out of 10 though. I know that there's some issues with it, but Selena is amazing. I love Selena Gomez.
She's actually pretty good on this. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get to sorry. Yeah. So in this most recent episode, we find out. Did you watch the most recent episode?
I skimmed through it a little bit. I didn't finish the most recent one, but I saw the one before it. But seeing the one before it, I can almost tell you what happened in this one.
Okay,
So
go. No, go. I want to see your guess.
My guess?
Yeah.
What happened in this one? Okay, so the one before it, they found out that Mona was everywhere. People were seeing her in different
Yeah.
places at the restaurant, and that was creating clues. Come also to find out that the pregnant lady that she's handed it over to does not like her. And her plan was to upgrade the building to a new building and get out of the damn past. And Mona was like, so you lied to me this time? You're not getting the building back. And she wasn't going to give the building back. Guy shows up and kills her. That's the last one. Well, I kind of was gassed that the pregnant lady didn't do it because the person who showed up at the door, no way they could have been pregnant. And manhandled Mona like that? I don't think so. So my guess is that what's happening in this episode is clues. They're finding a bunch of clues. There's a passage in the elevator. Just tell me what happened.
Yes. There is a passage in the elevator.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I could always figure out where this show is going. I will know who the killer is before the end of the season.
Yes, there is a passage in the whole house. The whole
building is like
has a
something
passage
from back in the day. And Mona could be what's his name's half sister or some nonsense like that.
Yes, all of that. And we found out that Lily, I think the name is, Lily, the Steve Martin's daughter thing, whatever, she was there the night of the murder.
Bum, bum, bum.
No. We find out. And then at the cliffhanger for this episode was that Steve Martin goes to see the murderer last year.
Yeah.
That's the cliffhanger. So we're going to see what she tells him because I think he needs help. All right, Dad, what do you give this show? What's your rating? I don't think you like it.
I like the show. I enjoy it, actually. It's a good show to watch. It's good clues. It's funny. It's a good show. It's like Ted Lasso, but not as good, though.
Not as good as Ted Lasso.
Not as good as Ted Lasso. It's a show that's kind of like, I can watch it and enjoy it, but, I'm not I'm not saying you have to watch this show.
You're not invested.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Don't lie to yourself, Dad.
It's like vanilla ice cream. It's good.
Nice.
I love it, but is it the ice cream I would go choose when I walk into Baskin Robbins? Yes. No. There you go. That's my review.
I give this show. Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you for the super chat. I just want you to know that we do super chats during the live, and super chats can be done after the show is over. You can still give super chats. So thank you for the super chat. Anyways, I give this episode like an 8. It's a filler. It's not filler.
Since I give it vanilla ice cream, I give it 7.
Okay, moving on.
We need to start rating our shows based on ice cream flavors.
Oh, I give it a mint chocolate chip. Okay, so we have no YouTuber shout outs this week, but we do have Who Did It? Mom, I can't with mom. We don't know.
We don't know yet.
We do have movie news. We have one movie news. This is a short show today. This is a short show to make up for the long shows that we have been having recently. So the movie news this week is Avatar update. An exhaustive timeline of all the Avatar sequel announcements. Filming has begun on the 4 sequels of Avatar. James Cameron's 2009 3D CGI adventure about a paraplegic marine who lands on a planet Pandora to mine
Unobtainium.
That's okay. Let's stop there.
They made it up.
Are you serious, y'all? No. Unobtainium.
Yeah.
All right.
It's unattainable, so it's unobtainium.
It's attainable, so it's unattainium.
Yeah,
that's the funniest thing of my life.
Look, they were sitting around. Right, this first movie was taking so damn long, and they were like, "Just make it up."
I love that.
It's unattainable, so it's unobtainable.
Unobtainium.
Whatever. I don't know.
This time, though, Cameron is really gonna make it happen. He's not playing around. He spent as much of the last decade teasing us about the upcoming installments, throwing out piecemeals updates. But this time, he's serious. Avatar 2 even has a title, The Way of the Water. It's the first of the installments known as the Avatar sequels, which will come out with a budget of $1 billion.
Jesus.
Dude, okay, let's unpack that.
That's for all 4 films.
Oh,
not each.
Dad, I was about to say you riding on
There's no way he could have done it a billion each.
Hold on. Let's say that he did. He's really trusting the fans for all of us to show out. Because how you gonna make money?
Listen, for $1 billion for one film, he could build a time machine and go back in time
and do the thing
and use real dinosaurs.
Okay.
Nah, it's $1 billion for all.
So $250 million per movie,
roughly, yeah. Because he's shooting them all back to back too. Yeah. Which, by the way, how the hell is this happening? Some of these stars don't have lives.
Yeah, they
Zoe is doing
packed.
She's packed. She got a bunch of stuff going on. She got
Guardians of the
Galaxy and all kind of crap going on. Star Trek, everything.
Yeah, she's always in something. She has to be. It's so crazy that thinking that Scarlett Johansson is the highest grossing, the richest woman actress. I mean, so Zoe Saldana is gonna take over for sure. After these couple years, she's gonna take over that status.
So this is crazy right here. Yeah. I hope this movie's good.
Me too.
For the amount of time, from 2009 to now, how many years is that? Is that 13 or 14 years?
Yeah, something like that. 13 years ago.
This movie better be good.
Yeah, the thing is, it's so crazy that it's 4 back to back because it better be good. Why don't rush them? Like if it's what I mean.
Rush them. It's been 14 years since the last one.
The first, part 2 is coming out, but then 3, 4, 5 is all back to back.
They already shot. They shot them together. Yo, you have to understand. People's kids were in school when the first one came out.
Oh yeah,
they got fools who are doctors now.
Yeah, I was in 4th grade when the first one came out. I am now graduated from college.
You understand what I'm saying? There's people who have kids now who first watched it when they were kids.
Yeah.
Rush them. You better get all these out back to back. To back. Like this year, 2, next year, 3,
4,
after that,
5,
4, and then 5. Done.
I really did love the trailer. I love the trailer. Every time I go to the theater and watch this, it's the perfect trailer. I don't want to see anything more than it. It's just it already looks really beautiful.
It does look good. It's going to be in 3D too. Some new technology too.
Oh. Okay, it better be good 3D.
It was the best 3D ever. I don't know if you remember, but this movie, you're only 9. This movie was the best 3D I've ever seen. And I don't like 3Ds in movies.
Yeah.
Because I can barely see it. This movie, I thought I was in the dang thing. That's how it's James Cameron.
Yeah, he created an underwater camera for this movie. So
he created all kind of crap.
He's crazy. That's our movie news for this week. We had a rush show because I'm moving soon. I'm gonna put down in the link. I'm gonna put down my Amazon wish list. So guys, help a sister out.
Help
guys.
a girl out.
Help me out, like moving and stuff. So yes, the upcoming movies. I was really excited about Nope. Jordan Peele's Nope. That's gonna be the big talk of next week, coming out July 22nd, and then the week after. I mean, if anyone could think of any other movies for July 29th, that would be really great. But hey, it's The Rock and Kevin Hart.
Yeah, we're gonna go see Super Pets after that. Hopefully it's good. So, it's The Rock and Kevin Hart. They're usually funny.
I don't know. Just even by this poster, the animation doesn't look great.
Animation looks like an old Disney movie.
I don't know.
It looks like what's the one with the Lady and the Tramp?
Yeah.
With the spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Oh, I was like not even showing it to y'all. Here we go. Here it is.
Yep.
Quick seconds. There you go. Okay. So thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, leave a comment. It's free.
Yes.
So thank y'all so much. And is that it?
That's it. That's all we got.
All right. We'll see y'all next time.
See you guys next time. Thanks, guys.